Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the next video in the November journaling series. I am so excited for today's video. You guys voted and I am making it. So today's video is going to be all about how to establish the habit of journaling, how to start journaling every day, and just how to start a daily journaling habit. This is probably honestly one of the most frequent questions I get on my journaling videos. It's something that I think is just a matter of getting down to the basics of how to actually create the habit of it. I have 3 steps to hopefully help you with establishing your own journaling habit. So if you're interested in learning more about just how to actually cultivate that habit, how to start journaling every day, then definitely keep watching. Okay, so I'm gonna jump right into it. I honestly am really excited about this. I think that this will really help you guys, at least I hope it does. Step 1 for how to establish the habit of daily journaling is to find a journal that you really like. I usually, when I'm picking out a new journal, tend to spend some time, like I usually go to Barnes & Noble just because I like their journals, but you can go anywhere, you can go online, but I like to be able to flip through the journals usually, and I'll just kind of go in and look for something that catches my eye. This is the one I'm currently using. I keep a separate journal from my bullet journal and my planner for, like, if you're talking about like long form journaling, this is what I use for that. So I like to find one that really speaks to me. I love this just galaxy pretty design. And like I said, I found it at Barnes & Noble. I tend to like a little bit thicker pages because I do use really heavy pens usually when I'm journaling, and so I like to find thicker paper, and I like to make sure that like the pages are good and the size is good and all that good stuff. If you don't already have a journal that you like, you know, definitely make sure you find one. It doesn't have to be this. Like, I have different journals for different things. So like this, for example, is like my scribbling, brainstorming, kind of messy journal. Like, this is just what I put all of my creative ideas in, whereas this one is kind of like when I'm sitting down to do my daily long form journaling every single day, I actually write a journal entry that goes in here. So just to give you guys kind of an idea of what I use my journals for, definitely find one that you like, because the idea is that you're going to be spending a little bit of time in your journal every single day. So you want it to be something that you feel like inspires you, or that you think is really pretty, or that just makes you feel good, because like I said, if we're trying to establish the habit of journaling, it should be something that you like and want to write in. Step 2 then for establishing a daily journaling habit is to find where you have the time. So again, it's just a matter of creating that habit. So I always really would recommend to start 15 to 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be where you're sitting down for an hour. You know, there are some days that I can sit and journal now for 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what I'm writing about. But that definitely took time to build up to. I didn't start journaling for an hour at a time. And I don't always have the time to journal every day for an hour. What I did when I kind of started getting into journaling again more as an adult was I found time in my calendar, I put it in my planner, and I treat it as if it's a doctor appointment, and if you break it, you're gonna get fined or charged or whatever. Treat it as seriously as you would take something like that. Like, if you know that you had some kind of appointment or something with your job where you had to do it or you'd get fired, you know, you would definitely do that thing. So you have to kind of treat this the same way. Treat it with the same level of intensity and take it as seriously as you would for something like that. I find some time in my day, like I said, you can start with just 15 to 20 minutes. You can put it in the morning, at night. I think all of us can find 15 to 20 minutes. I know that most people probably are at least on social media for 15 to 20 minutes at least a day. Finding out when you do that is a good way to put in your journaling practice. It can be something where you even set your alarm. Oh, hi Bailey. It can be something where you even set your alarm on your phone. So you can actually on iPhone do a reoccurring alarm to go off at the same time every single day. That's a really great way to implement your habit, is to set a reoccurring alarm, because that will help you make sure that you're remembering to do it, because when you're setting a new habit, it can be hard to keep it in your mind if you're not currently doing it as a habit every day, and it'll make sure that you're doing it at the same time and start to ingrain that habit into your brain. Plan on doing it daily for at least 21 days. Just go 7 days a week for 21 days straight, and I promise you, once you do that, you'll start to, it won't be a complete habit yet. I think the actual number for how long it takes something to be a habit is like 70 days or something like that. It will be at least something that you've been doing regularly, that you've started to integrate into your routine. And then once you establish that habit, then it's easier to keep going. So keeping that momentum up is really important. So definitely recommend your first couple weeks, like at least 21 days straight, and that will help you kind of start to keep that in your routine. And then step 3 then is, when that time of day comes, is to actually start writing. So I think the other obstacle that I've kind of seen people talk about when it comes to struggling with journaling daily is that they don't know what to write about. You can write about anything. It doesn't have to be this like elaborate thought process of things that's some, you know, elegant way of thinking or anything like that. I honestly think that just putting your phone on airplane mode, or, you know, however you want to do that, turning it off for that 20 minutes and just keeping a pen on the paper and writing for 20 minutes. It can be whatever thoughts come to your head. So if you're stuck and not sure what to write though, I do have some journaling prompts on my channel. You can check out those videos too. But if you're not sure what to write apart from that, I have a couple of other tips for you if you're really struggling with what to write. So the first thing is to write about your memories or what you're doing. So you can write about what you did yesterday, even like something as simple as like what you ate for breakfast or what you were thinking about while you were having breakfast. Like I know that sounds so simple, but just starting with something that simple, I promise you your thinking is going to start to evolve a little bit and you'll start writing about other things. So you can write about what you did last weekend, what your favorite memories were for the last week or anything like that. Just something about your everyday life. It will start to get the ball rolling. You can also ask yourself a question. This can be anything that you've been wondering or thinking about or stressing over, and it can be big or small. So it can be anything from, should I take this job? Should I start a new career? Like big decisions like that. Or it can also be smaller, like how do I feel about this situation, or this happened at work today, how did I feel about that? And it can just be very simple, and just writing about that. Journaling is just so great for this because A, it helps you remember things, it helps you be able to look back on things. I can look back at my journals and see how much I've grown over the years, and it's just incredible to look at. And that's one of the things I really love about it, is you can really see your growth over time and see how your thought process evolves through over time. But honestly, whatever you decide to write about, just keep writing. Try to write for that entire 20 minutes, even if all you're writing about is what you did step by step that day, because I promise you the next day you'll have something to write about. Like maybe, okay, yeah, today I wrote about what happened and what I did today, but that made me start thinking about this situation that happened at work or at school or whatever, and then you write about that, and it just starts to kind of attract other things to get you to start writing about, which is a really cool process, and I can't wait for you guys to experience it if you haven't already. But truly the biggest things that I can say is just staying consistent with it. So setting that reoccurring phone alarm is really helpful, and just writing for that entire 20 minutes and doing it for 21 days straight, and it will start to really get integrated into your routine. And then as you keep going, I think you'll kind of notice that you start writing for a little bit of longer time each time you go, or sometimes you write more, sometimes you write for less. I don't want to say, you know, to write a certain number of pages. I know sometimes that's a tip that people give, but honestly, everybody's journal is different. And if you have a huge 8.5 by 11 page, you know, like something like this, you've got a massive size journal, or compared to something smaller, that's going to be a lot less pages. So don't put so much pressure on yourself for like writing a certain number of pages, but I think even just writing for a certain time limit will at least get you into the habit of consistently writing. Those are the tips I have, the steps I have for establishing your journaling habit. I hope these tips help you. If they do, please drop a comment below. I would love to hear how your new journaling habit is going. I hope you guys are loving these November journaling series videos. If you are, please be sure to give these videos a thumbs up. They help other people see my videos, and if you really love them, I would love it if you could share it. Post the link to your Instagram stories, share it on your Facebook. I would love that. The more you share it, the more people will see it, and the more that I can get these tips out there to other people that might also find use of them. So with that being said though, if you're not already subscribed, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. I am doing a journaling series every Wednesday in November where I'm uploading a video, something journaling related. And I am also, in case you don't already know, posting a poll every week so that you guys can vote on what you'd like to see for next week's video. So be sure to keep a lookout for that. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I truly love talking about journaling. I could talk about it all day, and I will see you guys next Wednesday for the next journaling series video. Hope you're having a beautiful week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.